Tish said some very nice things about me and the things that I'm leading in the state Senate. And I will say that none of us serve alone in government. We are only as successful as our colleagues. And we have a new New York State legislature this year. We have an overwhelmingly Democratic Senate. We have 40 members of the New York State Senate Democratic Conference. We have a veto-proof majority in the New York State Assembly. And you heard some of the things we were able to accomplish. But we also have something very exciting. For the first time in the New York State legislature, we actually have a member of the legislature that is a South Asian, and that is Senator Kevin Thomas, and he represents Long Island. Now, he's not coming tonight, not because he doesn't want to be here, but because he has a very tough race to help get him reelected, and I know that this organization, ASAAL, is going to help him. Why do I know that? Because I've known your president, Maf Udin, for more than 25 years. Maf and I come out of DC 37 together. And you know how I met Maf? We were trying to develop a plan for a Democratic District Council 37. Some of you forget that 25 years ago, DC 37 was mired in scandal. Leaders were going to jail. They were caught stealing money from the membership. And some of us got together and said, that's not the kind of union we want. Because working people need an honest union. Working people need honest leaders. And that's the kind of person that Maf Udin is. Honest and hardworking. And you can tell by the people that surround him and the people in this room. Working people have never needed a strong, honest labor movement more than they do right now. The enemies of labor never sleep. They are constantly trying to chip away at the protections that working people have fought so hard for over the last 150 years. We're seeing multinational corporations who are manipulating the workforce, forcing people to work longer hours for less pay, making us feel that we should be grateful just to have a job. People like Maf Udin and ASAAL make sure that doesn't happen. We have to be vigilant, and we also have to encourage more and more people to get involved in the labor movement. Why? Many of you are immigrants yourself. You come from immigrant communities, and without a strong, viable labor movement, immigrants will suffer the most. That's why ASAAL is so important, not just to those of us who are already elected. I'm always happy to come. I'm happy to work with you. But we need to make sure that the labor movement that Maf and I built continues for the next generation. The enemies of labor never sleep. And the enemies of labor sometimes look like our friends. And we should confront them when they try and pass and enact legislation or priorities that hurt working people. Because we have far too much at stake to turn the clock back. So I want to thank my friend Maf, who I've known for 25 years. And Mohammed Chowdhury, where are you? My constituent, works his tail off in Staten Island to help us grow. That's right. There's so many people in the honorees. You couldn't have picked better honorees. People like my friend Stu Applebaum, the president of RWDSU. Joe Pulio, the president of Local 983 of District Council 37. Omar, I should put my glasses on because now I can't see. Omar Farouk Karu, the South Asians that got elected with our endorsement. There's a whole host of people that are so important. And I just want to thank you all for always being my friend, for always being supportive of me. But remember, we are in this struggle together. An injury to one is an injury to all.
Yeah.
That's right. An injury to one is an injury to all. So just because you're not the focus this year doesn't mean you won't be next year. Working people need a strong labor movement now more than ever, and that's what we are. Thank you, everyone.
It is an honor to introduce our next speaker, the New York State Comptroller, Thomas DiNapoli. As part of his achievements as New York State Comptroller, Mr. DiNapoli identified billions in waste, fraud, and cost